Hi guys, welcome to my channel Learn with PR. I hope you all are doing great. Today we are starting a new playlist on C++ programming. In this playlist, we will learn C++ from the very basic to advanced concept step by step. If you are beginner and want to build a strong foundation in programming and data structures, so this playlist will be very helpful for you. Okay, so each topic will be explained with simple examples and practical programs so that you can easily understand and implement them. So if you're interested in coding, programming, and data structures, then this playlist is perfectly for you. So make sure to subscribe to the channel, Learn with PR, and press the bell icon so that you never miss upcoming coding videos. Also, if you find this video helpful, please like the video and share it with your friends who want to learn programming. And do not forget to check out our data structure playlist where we have already uploaded videos on linked list operations and coding programs. Okay, so this you will say this playlist is for the lover, coding lover, you can say. Okay, so let's begin our journey of learning C++ programming together. So basically, C++ is a powerful, you can say, general purpose programming language used for the developer who want to develop software system. Okay, so some application if you want to perform and some high performance program. All right, so it was developed by the Zarni Stastrov in 1985 at Bell Labs. So this is also, you can say, an extension of the C programming language. So C++ combines the features of procedure programming language and object-oriented programming, OOP you can say, which makes it very effective and flexible. Okay, so what are the key features of C++ basically? So you can say OOP, that object-oriented programming. Basically, it supports class, object, inheritance, polymorphism, data abstraction, etc. All right, it is very fast and efficient. Basically used for the performance critical applications, right? It is also portable, so it can run on different platforms with a minimum changes. All right, it is also having a rich standard library, you can say, right? You can say it will provide many built-in functions and the data structures. Okay, it is also you can say low-level programming controller, you can say. Okay, so you can say directly it allows actually direct memory manipulation using pointers. So these are some key features. Okay, and what are the application if you say of C++? So you can say in many areas such as the C++ basically used in many areas, right? Like game development. Okay, you can say operating system, embedded system may you can use. Okay, and you can say desktop application is also there, and database system is very strong in C++. And you can also say you have a very important thing, that is algorithm. So data structure and algorithm, you can see the application of C++. Okay, for example, you can say part of operating system like you can say Microsoft Windows is also there, and Mac operating system, you can say, and many gaming, you can see C++ actually. Okay, right? So this is a very easy thing. Now you will say why to learn C++? I have already given us बहुत सारी reasons, मैंने पहले ही दे दिया आपको, right? Basically gaming is most powerful right now actually, है ना? And when you want to build some algorithm, that time you can use it, database के लिए you can use it. All right, so this is very important. And so programming fundamentally, you should know your C++. If you want to build a strong programming fundamentals, so C++ will help you out. Competitive programming के लिए it is very, very important. So what is OOP? So that is object-oriented programming. So what is it? It is a programming style where programs are organized using objects and classes. All right, so this is a very important thing in C++. All right. So, what are the basic concept of C++? Basically, you can say object-oriented programming. Instead of writing everything in functions, we create objects that contain both data and functions. All right. So, C++ basically supports OOPs to make programs. So, you can say it is very easy to manage, reusable, secure. It is actually organized, right? And you can say what are the main concept of OOP? That is class, object, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction. Okay, for beginners we start with class and object. Okay, so what is it? Basically a class, you can say, is a blueprint or template used to create object. It defines two things. First is your variables, right? And second is your function. You can take example of a car, suppose. So think of class as a blueprint of car. Okay, so that means the blueprint of sorry, the blueprint defines, you can say, color, speed, model, whatever the model, whatever the speed, and whatever the color you have of this car. Okay, so but the blueprint itself is not a real car, but you are creating a simple thing that in a car class is car, it also have some features. That features you will say what, data or function, that you can say. Okay, but that blueprint itself is not a real car. All right, so what is the syntax of your if you want to create a class? Okay, what is the syntax of it? Just write down a keyword as class. Class is a keyword. Okay, this is a keyword used to create a class. All right, what is the class name? Whatever you want to write class name. I was saying car is class. Okay, car I am creating as a class. So the name of car is, I have given car. Okay, so name of the class. What is this public? This public, basically this is a access specifier. They are access specifier, you can say we have three kind of. You can simply say you have a private data, suppose. So you can make here a private data as well, you can make a public data as well, you can make protected data as well. Okay, in a next video we will discuss about this access specifier, okay, in details. All right, so this is right now public, that means this data is very easy to access. Okay, all right. Okay, now next we have variables. I am creating one variable, so we have to write a data type of it. Okay, we were writing data type and then variable 2, whatever means I'm saying int a, int b, whatever it is, float b, float d, whatever. Okay, so you have to write, so these will become the data member of this class. All right, so this is how we can say it. Now what is it? This is a function I'm creating inside the class name, curly bracket open, curly bracket here close with a terminator. Okay, so this is the body, you can say. Inside it you are writing all things. So these are the members of your class. Okay, whatever class you have created. So these are the data, okay, data members of the class, and this is a, here is a function I'm creating. Okay, so it will become a member function for this class. Okay, so this is how we can create a class. Okay, now let's talk about object. So what is this object? Basically object, you can say, is an instance of a class. Okay, instance of a class, it is a real entity created using the class. For example, you can say example, let's take example of student. Okay, so if student is a class, then student 1, student 2, student 3, student n, okay, are object. Okay, so we can simply create our object with the help of class name. Okay, with the help of class name. What is class name? Suppose you are writing student as a class name. I now write a object name. Okay, write an object name. I'm writing student 1. That's your object name. Okay, so how we can create object? Just write the name of it, name of a class. Okay, and then object name you can give according to the variable you give. Variable name आप जैसे देते हो ना, वैसे आप object का नाम भी दे सकते हो. Alright. Now, if I want to create one class, okay, so for that class, I don't need to give value here. We can't give value here, okay? हम value नहीं दे सकते इसके अंदर. So अब इसीलिए मैं object create कर रही हूँ, so that I can provide the values to members. I can call the functions of a class. Okay, so how we can do it? So we have a dot operator actually. How we can access our class members? So we can use with the help of, we can do with the help of dot operator. All right, dot operator की help से we can simply do what? Call our variable or give, assign the value to the variable and call the function if you have. So what is the step we have to follow? We have to first create a class. Okay, and then we have to declare data members or member function inside it. Okay, and an int main we will create an object, and then how we can access members with the help of dot operator. All right, so this is a simple way to create a object class. So when you are creating object in class, that you will say that we are using the object oriented programming concept. All right, so this is how we can do it. The most important thing is, you know, how, what is the syntax of class and how we can use it and how we can create object and how we can access the members. So now let's create a C++ program, a simple program we will create, you know, so that we will see how it's working. It means how we can create a class, how we can create object, how we can access. So now first we have to include our header file. Okay, what is the header file for C++? So we have to make here iostream.h. So we have to include iostream. okay, IOStream header file. Okay, so what is this this thing include? So this is a preprocessor directive actually. So hash we are writing and include. So this is what preprocessor directive, which is used to include a header file in a program. All right, so what is this IOStream? So IOStream is a input output actually. Okay, so it's a input output, you can say stream. That stream means flow of your data. Okay, so if you want your flow of the data will be in a input, okay, so that you will say you will use cin, okay, that cin basically take input from the user. When you want to flow your data in output stream output, then what you have to write? You have to do what? Cout. That is to display output. So in output screen, if you want to write something, simply use cout. Okay, and in if you want to give the value, that time means आपको कीबोर्ड से वैल्यू देने का है, that time you will say cin. Okay, right? So earlier in C program we were using what? We have to use printf and scanf instead of cout and cin. There the header file was stdio.h. Okay, so that is the difference in a this printf and scanf. We don't need to use, we can use cout and cin in this. Okay, so these basically header files allow us to use input and output functions like cout and cin. So cout to display output and cin to take input from the user. Are you getting a point? So if you have any doubt, any kind of doubt, please write in a chat box. So now next we have to use using namespace std. Now what is this basically? So naming using namespace std means what? That naming is to avoid name conflicts in a program. Okay, it basically avoid the name conflicts in a program. Maybe you are writing something in your program, okay, and that is already a keyword, so uska name conflict na aa jaye kahin. You are writing again same variable name, so usme bhi to conflict hoga. So usko avoid karne ke liye you can use what? Namespace. All right, what is std now? Std stands for your standard namespace in C++. When we write using namespace std, we can directly use what? Cout and cin and handle as well without writing what? Std again. Okay, all right, so this is a simple thing. Okay, so simply you can say what? That this using namespace allows us to use standard file like cout and cin, okay, without writing again std prepend. Okay, that is the same thing. So now what is this basically? This is to include your cout and cin. All right, now simple write into main. This is a function call you're writing and then your return 0 done. Okay, into main. Okay, right? So this is a simple. Now first we have to create our class. So how we can create a class? Class keyword we have to write and then we have to give name. So tell me हमें कौन सा class create करना चाहिए? So student का we will create. So write down first keyword as class. Okay, that is a keyword. You can't use it again anywhere. Whenever you want to create a class, that time only you have to use beta. Okay, so we have to write class. I'm writing a student. So this is a student. Okay, curly bracket open, curly bracket close, and terminator should be there. Now inside it, inside the curly brackets, you have to write the body for your class. Okay, I'm writing first access specifier. Okay, public I'm writing. So now so let's write id. What is the id of the student? I'm writing name, so I'm writing some string name. I'm writing here. Okay, these are what? These two members we have. Okay, these are two data members, you can say. Okay, so if I want to give value to this id, value to this name, then I don't need to write here. Okay, this will not be there, that you will say compile time error. Okay, for that we have to create object. Okay, we have to create what? Object. So I am now creating object. How we can create object? Just write down the name of class, whatever the name of class you have. Okay, and you can give now object name yourself. So object name s1 I'm writing, s2 I'm writing. So now I have created two objects I have created. So first object, with the help of first object, I want to give these two elements what? Data. With the help of this second object, I want to give name to these two objects, two data members. Okay, so how we can give? So as I told you, we can simply write s1 dot id dot operator, say we can access it. So I am writing here 10 is the id of the first student. Now tell me the name of that student. Simply write, that is in a string form. Simply write what is the name for this data? That is id now. So that's why I'm writing here id. What is the name for this string? Name only. So just write down name and you have to give what? You have to give a name to this S1 object, है ना? S1 में जिसका जिस स्टूडेंट का आप डेटा स्टोर कर रहे हो, that name you have to give here, but make sure that should be in a double quotes. Okay, I'm writing here. So you can write simple kitty. Okay, so these two kind of data, that you can say integer type of data and you can say string type of data you are assigning. Okay, now to these members, to the class member, that is class name is student. Okay, so this is from the S1 only. Okay, you can also write another name and ID for the other student, as I am creating two objects. Okay, so this is the S2. So yes, you can do it. So S2 dot ID, you will say 11. Okay, S2 dot name you want to write, suppose you want to write um anything, you can give ABC, I'm giving. All right, so these are the names. So now print it. How we can print it, how we can display it? See out. Okay, see out. Now write down ID. From where you get the ID? With the help of S1 dot ID only. You have stored that. Okay, and see out what name. So what name is? As we have already stored it in a S1 name. All right. Now for this S2, we want to write it. Yes, you can write it. Just copy it, paste here. Okay, here you can write S2 dot ID, S2 dot name. Okay, you can also use endl if you want to use it. Endl means end of line. Okay, so this works same as your slash n works. So you can also write slash n here. Okay, your wish. Then we will run this code. So this is how you can print. Okay, so this is how you can display it. So display, that time you have to use cout and cin. Cin when you want to give value. Okay, suppose you are writing first May, suppose you are writing first S1 May, what? These values. But S2 values I want to ask writing in a keyboard. With the help of keyboard I want to ask. Okay, so here I'm writing here. First we have to ask the values, no? So enter ID. So who will enter ID? User will enter ID. Okay, and it will store where? In S2 dot ID it will store. Okay, now again ask for name. So I'm writing here enter name. Okay, and here it will store in name. All right, so first what will be the output for this? It will simply say first the ID S1 dot ID, S1 dot name. It will print first because we have already given. Okay, now it will ask the value from the user for ID for S2 object, S2 dot name it will ask. Okay, and then it will print whatever you want, whatever you have written. Okay, so first it will say here, first it will say ID and name you have already given. Now ID, enter ID for S2 it will write. So I am writing 12. Okay, now it will ask again name, I'm writing PQR. Okay, now it will print it like this way. So this is how you can use simple what? Let's see out and see in, and this is how you can create a class. This is how you can create an object. Okay, so if you have any doubt, please write in a chat box. Okay, now, okay, suppose I want to create a member function as well. So I'm writing member function. Okay, I'm writing member function and giving name as display. You want to give whatever name. Okay, I'm writing display. Okay, now but if you are writing display, okay, first time you have first S1 me you have already given the values. I want to write this thing, this whole thing, not here. I want to write inside this function, but here we don't require object name. Okay, we don't require object name. We will simply write what? ID, where I want to store the value. Okay, so this is what? This is a function. Okay, this will ask the values and this will print the values. Okay, now what we have to do? We have to simply call this function. We can't directly call here. We can say with the help of object only we can call. So I am calling with the help of S2 dot display. Okay, with the help of display function. Now call this. So here's the problem. S1 dot ID you are writing. Okay, so you have to ignore this also. Here we simply write ID and name. Okay. because this is inside the function. Okay, do not confuse here. This is inside the function inside the class. That's why we don't require any object here. Okay, we will simply call with the help of name, whatever name you have given the data members. Okay, and we will call this function with the help of object. We can't directly access any kind of data. Okay, first it was writing 10 and kitty by with the help of this actually as to one object, and here it asking now display, it's called already, it is asking this value id value. So I'm writing id as 12. Okay, I'm writing now name as p q pt pti. Okay, now this is how we can print it. So this is a simple how we can create object, how we can create class. If you have any kind of doubt, you can write it. So here I have written a class having student name. Okay, we have created a class student. Okay, and ID and name are the data members. Display function, this is a member function. Object S1 and S2 we have created. We call the member function using dot operator. Okay, that's how we can write it. So now we will say what are the types of the member functions. So we have two kind of types, you can say, of member function. You can create inside the class. Okay, and you can also create outside the class. Okay, so inside the class and outside the class we will see in the next video. Okay, so till then keep learning, keep growing, and keep practicing. If you have any kind of doubt, kindly write in a chat box.